Hey, you guys, it's Tanya, and I'm back after a very long hiatus of about 3 years or so. Before I started presenting you guys with tutorials and educational videos just to keep you informed, I just wanted to brief you and let you know what's been going on in my life since the last time I recorded my video, May of 2012. My son had an adverse reaction to his immunizations. Um, one of the immunizations that was administered to him was the flu vaccine, and he was given the DTaP shot. If you're not familiar with the DTaP shot is given to children 7 years and younger, and it's also given to children at 11 years of age as a booster to help them build an immunity to bacterial infections like tetanus. One of the reactions to the DTaP shot is seizures. The reaction to the flu vaccine is pneumonia. My son had pneumonia, and he also was having seizures redundantly every 15 minutes for about 2.5 weeks or so. The hospital that he was at was not equipped to deal with his condition because it wasn't a children's hospital. The IV was too big for my son's little arm. He was he endured pain every other day from the nurses and the doctors running tests to find out how they can address his condition. He was being poked and prodded and just going through so much pain. The amount of pain that he was going through in that hospital was equivalent to, I don't know, I can't even describe the pain that he was going through. But as a mother, it was just painful to just watch him go through such hardship. We had him transferred to the children's hospital because we were uncomfortable with the way they were treating his situation. They were just loading him with different seizure medications that weren't really addressing his issue. The doctors and the nurses at CHOP were amazing. They ended up giving an individualized approach to his condition. They placed him in a medically induced coma. They said it was like a reset button for the brain. They discovered where the seizures were coming from, which were coming from the frontal lobe and the occipitalis, the back of the brain. One of the reasons why he couldn't talk was because the frontal lobe is responsible for our speech. Because he was bedridden for so long, his muscles had atrophied, so he had to learn how to walk. He had to learn how to move his arms. He had to learn how to smile. He had to learn how to swallow. He had to learn how to drink, how to eat. Pretty much everything some of us take for granted, he had to learn how to do all over again. He became a baby. He was like a newborn baby. He was even in diapers at 5 years old, and I had to be the one to change his diapers and help nurse him back to health. The only thing that got me through that situation and that journey to rehabilitate him was just having an unwavering faith in God and not accepting his condition the way it was. I prayed every day, relentlessly. I prayed in the shower. Every chance I got, I prayed to God. And I just stayed focused on my son. And I didn't accept his condition. I would not accept his condition. one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is because I know there's someone out there that's going through a similar situation. I'm telling you, don't give up. Believe in God. Trust Him. He is real, and He showed me that He was real. He was real. About a year after it happened, I was forced to kind of relive the situation in a way when my son's school forced or made an attempt to force us to have the flu vaccine administered to my son once more. They also gave us the option to back out and have the doctor write a letter. But it was still, I found it really offensive and just, it was just really offensive that they would ask us to have this done to him, knowing his condition at that time and seeing him in the hospital in such pain. I went to the doctor, I got the letter, and I got in the car. I tried to start my car wouldn't start, and I was so upset, and I asked God, why did that have to happen to me in that moment? And I said, God, why is this happening to me? I can't get this car started. This is happening with the school. What am I going to do? Why did you do this to me, Lord? Why are you doing this to me? And something told me to turn around, and I turned around. There was a gas station. I walked to the gas station. I had the owner of the gas station drive me to my car to help me get the car started. He wasn't able to get the car started, so we ended up driving back to his shop. And he was playing Christian radio. And I said, oh, wow, you're a Christian? He said, yes. So I told him my situation, and I told him why I was so upset, and he had me read a book. So I flipped through the pages of the book, and one of the passages of the book said, when the meek cry out, the Lord hears and answers their prayers. And I said, wow. I flipped through the pages of the book once more. I read another passage, and it said, do not be so surprised when situations happen in your life. And I said, wow. It said that it's God's way of preparing you for something greater. And I said, wow, God is so good. God answered my prayers immediately, and He answered my question. That situation that I went through with my son needed to happen to teach me that I'm much stronger, much more resilient than I ever thought I was. Now I just feel an immense amount of gratitude, and I have a greater appreciation for life. My zeal for life has completely changed. I'm a much more happier person because I have so much to be grateful for, so much to be grateful to have. A beautiful, healthy 8-year-old son. My son is no longer on seizure medications. He hasn't been on seizure medications in 3 years. He didn't need them. And I'm just grateful, so grateful just to have little things in my life. I'm grateful to have a car. I'm grateful to have a place to live. I'm grateful to have money. I may not be a millionaire, but I'm grateful to have money. I'm grateful for the little things that I have. And whoever is going through something right now, anything right now, just continue to have faith in God, an unwavering faith, and not accept your situation, because it always gets better. Yeah, it always gets better. You just have to trust Him. Trust and believe. It always gets better. Thank you for listening.